Hello again. Time to do some actual solo content for the first time in a while. Since I'm now level 80, I can do a final dungeon called Nirvana. And I can actually, I've been able to solo it once, so that's what I'm going to do today. The main reason for this is to get level 80 legendary stones. I don't actually have any level 70 equipment, legendary or otherwise. So that might seem a bit silly, but I can't quite solo the level 70 nightmare mode dungeons yet. I tried the first boss in Lich's Lair a few days ago, and I almost made it, so soon I should be able to get some more stones. But the plan is to get to make the level 80 legendary weapon right away, so I guess I'll save some gold on not enchanting my making it a level 70 legendary weapon, because when you create the level 80 items, it doesn't upgrade your old item, it gives you a completely new one. So, and also the level 80 legendaries have bonuses for each weapon or each piece of equipment. You don't have to have the entire set, and the weapon gives you the plus 10 rage after each attack, which is the main reason for having these complete sets. So I'll get that one first, and then I can upgrade one item at a time without having to care about the set bonuses. So that would be nice, and of course it's the most important one, the weapon, since it gives attack. And as you can see, this first evils, the regular mobs aren't difficult at all. So let's do the first boss. So on normal mode, you can still use slow spells, so I'm going to switch in Deep Freeze for the boss. And this boss doesn't do anything special really, you just have to stay alive, which is doable. The special thing these bosses do, which is the same for all three bosses, is that they get this resistance buff and debuffs at random, which could be important if the fight is close. So now, this time this boss got electro and fire and water, and since I'm using dark sylph, it doesn't affect me, but the dark resistance can come up as well, so you need to keep an eye out, and if the boss gets a buffed resistance to your element, hold off on your major attack, Delphix and so on, until the buff runs out. They last for 3 turns. And as you can see, I don't really need the slow, but Now, since I switched it in, I might as well use it. Stay alive fine anyway. And I've started using the regeneration rune, or astro, which really helps when you do stuff solo. Getting healed for, well, for me it's 30k. I only have the epic version still, so hopefully I'll get the orange one soon. Still 30k heals every now and then. It's really useful, especially since I have a few ways of healing myself apart from that. And I'm doing this on normal mode, obviously, which gives you 2 legendary stones for these first 2 kills for each boss. And on nightmare mode you get 6 stones, so quite a lot more, but I'm fairly sure I can't do this on nightmare yet. Obviously that's something to aim for in the future, but for now I'll have to stick to normal, which is fine. And the final boss doesn't give any guaranteed stones. You can get one from the final reward from the dungeon, but as long as you can do these first 2, that's enough to get your 4 or 5 stones per day. If you're VIP, you can get 1 additional from the chest after this boss. And you also get level 80 equipment, which can be recycled for the level 80 refinement crystals or shards, or well, anyway, which are pretty hard to come by. And here, after the first boss, you can open the VIP chest for 10,000 kaya, which gives you at least 1 legendary stone. Going to get back my lunatic fire for these regular mobs. This pack is 6 mobs, so obviously it's good to have some sort of AoE attack, but all classes do, so shouldn't be a problem. I'm saving the awakening for the boss. My Hades has an AoE attack as well, which is very helpful. And we're already at boss number 2, so switch in deep freeze again. So for boss number 2, I'm going to use a few potions actually. This can be slightly close for me. Do the offensive ones. Crit. This guy has a bleed spell that will increase over time during the fight, so it puts sort of a timer on the boss. Eventually you'll get overrun by the bleed. I don't know if you can use purge on it. I suppose you can. I could try that next time. In the meantime, I'll try to stay topped up on health while doing the most possible damage. You need to time the usage of healing rune with the rest of your healing abilities. You want to stay as close to full health as possible, but you don't want to waste any of the cooldowns. After entering stealth mode, it's usually possible to get to full health using the Devour Soul, which is a very powerful skill. The main reason for using Hades in the first place. And ideally you want to exit stealth mode using it, so you get as much health as possible, like that. So you don't waste any healing. And should be using deep freeze more efficiently, even though the boss only hit for 9 or 10k, still adds up. It should be perfectly fine this time. So I got a bit unlucky last attempt. And there we go. Some more loot. Since completing the advanced class quest, you can actually use the Dragon Souls again for really nice bonuses. And let's switch in the lunatic fire again. And these mobs say fire before the name, so these are fire element monsters, but I get full damage reductions, which is because in PvE you use your highest resistance. That's not the case for places like Skytrail though, but here you do, so those high level dimensions really do help. And these apply a pretty nasty bleed, but you kill them fast enough for it not to matter. Final Requiem monster. Larger group this time. Still not a problem. So. And there we are at the final boss. I'll switch in deep freeze again. Now I had some issues recording for longer sessions, so and this is quite a long fight, so I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I hope it will. Okay. This one does a few high damage attacks, I think. That's what I said about the last one as well, but other than that, and well, there's a bleed also, but basically stay alive while doing as much damage as possible. And it's good to try to use Bloodthirst Strike just before entering Silk mode, so the cooldown is up when you get back to normal mode. So now the boss got dark resistance buff. Not sure how much of a difference that makes actually, but oh, it looks a bit lower than normal, my attack. Let's hope that doesn't matter in the long run. Well, this is a two-part fight, so preferably you should save your cooldowns for the second part. But obviously you want to stay alive, so otherwise you won't reach the second part in the first place. Now we finished the first part. Okay, so I did get some issues with my recording, which is why there's a bit of a jump here. This is actually from a different attempt. And as I remembered, there's actually a large hit. And that was a really close one, so as you can see, you should try to stay close to full health as possible when it switches. And I think he probably does that attack a few more times, so I'll try to keep my health up. He also does a bit more damage. So if I can get lucky with a few regeneration procs. Should also use the freeze to decrease his damage a bit. Of course, illusion always helps. Now I'm out of healing wounds, so this could get close. Fingers crossed here. this shows my stats are a bit on the edge of being able to do this. This will obviously get easier when I upgrade my battle rating a bit. I'm at 180k right now. There we go. And some armor. You can get more legendary stones there, but no such luck this time. So that's it. Quite a long run, but it's nice to be able to do it solo. And as soon as I get 200 legendary stones here, I'll start working on the Lich's Lair on Nightmare mode. So, see you next time.